Dripping water in a cavern. Amara's labored breathing echoes. Amara, voice raw. It's still inside me. I can feel it licking at my bones. A sickening crack as her left pinky finger snaps backward unnaturally. Joe, grabbing her wrist. The Adze isn't just in you anymore, girl. You're becoming its nest. Distant drumming. Each beat makes Amara's shadow twitch independently. Kwasi, from the tunnel entrance, panicked. The villagers, they're building something in the square. They've got Nyota's. Nyota's, a wet thud as he drops a severed hand. Still wearing Nyota's silver rings. Crowd chanting in glossolalia. Meat sizzling on coals. Amara, peering through cracks in the ritual palisade. Oh, ancestors. They're not worshipping the Adze. They're feeding it. Villagers pass infants over a black stone etched with Amara's family sigil. The stone drinks their shadows. As they wail, Nyota's headless corpse dances atop the altar. Guided by pulsing shadow tendrils possessed Kwasi. His mouth moving out of think. 76 sacrifices tonight. One for every moon since you betrayed us, Amara. Amara's ribcage creaks. Something unfolds inside her. Flesh ripping. Amara collapses as her back arches impossibly. Joe, performing emergency ritual. Listen to me. When it comes out, you must swallow its first breath. Her skin stretches translucent, revealing a fetal shadow curled in her abdomen. The Adze, through Amara's mouth, laughing. Too late, old man. She's already named me. Amara's jaw unhinges as a shadowy umbilical cord slithers out. The villagers' chanting reaches fever pitch. Bones rattle in the earth. Amara, gasping around the cord in her throat. I name you Nana Adzejua, the hunger that walks. Every shadow in the village suddenly freezes. Joe, horrified realization. No, that's not just a name. You've given it a blood title. The umbilical cord whips upward, impaling Kwasi through the chest. All shadows begin bleeding black mercury. The newborn Adze, through Kwasi's corpse. The covenant is renewed. We will walk in your skins. Love with your hearts. Mourn with your tears. Amara's shadow detaches completely, but leaves behind a phantom twin under her skin. A baby crying in the forest. The camera pans down to reveal the infant as Amara's eye-sits shadow has too many teeth. Nyota's severed hand crawls toward it. Rocking the cradle video ends on the whisper, hush now. Mother is coming. Birds chirping. A normal village morning, except Amara, whispering from hiding. Look at their shadows. Too still. Too patient. Villagers go about routines, but their shadows finish motions before the physical bottling her. When people walk away, smile at nothing. Baker Adwa, to customer, eerily cheerful. Fresh bread, sister. The children say it tastes like remembering. The loaf squirms when cut, filled with mercury worms. Schoolyard laughter. Jump rope, slapping dirt. Amara, watching from bushes. No, they're teaching them. Children play hide and seek, but the seeker merges with shadows to hunt. A little girl's shadow peels off to chase a friend, while her body stands frozen. The teacher's shadow holds up fingers. The class chants multiplication tables in reverse. Joe, sweating, clutching his stump. Not possession. Assimilation. The shadows are learning to be us. A child's shadow notices Amara, whispers, "Tag, you're it." Funeral drums. Mourners wail as Nyota's headless body sits upright in coffin. Village elder, to corpse, smiling. You always were stubborn, still refusing the gift. The corpse's shadow rises, now wearing Nyota's face like a mask. Nyota's shadow, licking mercury lips. Amara, why won't you play with us? We saved you a special role. The coffin fills with liquid shadow. Mourners begin drinking from it. Joe, retching. Communion. They're sharing her shadow memory. Amara's phantom twin scratches at her ribs from inside. Amara, doubled over, it's hungry, wants me to, let it out. Her teeth loosen. Tongue feels foreign. Left eye pupil splits vertically. No. Phantom twin. from her throat. Just open your mouth when the time comes. Villagers outside begin singing lullabies in perfect unison. No breaths between words. A knock at the safe house door. 3 precise raps. Dr. Kwasi's voice from outside, too smooth. Amara, we saved you dinner. The door's wood grain forms smiling faces. Hinges bleed mercury. Joe, tying tourniquet on his remaining arm. When I say run, you don't look back, not even if I sound like me. His shadow suddenly stands, though Joe hasn't moved. Abby's first cry in the newly converted village. Midwife's shadow cradles its shadow. Midwife's shadow, singing, hush little hybrid. Don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a second skin. Video ends with 76 shadows bowing to the newborn. A downpour floods the village. Mercury runs through gutters like liquid veins. Amara, watching from attic. They're celebrating, but look at their shadows during lightning flashes. Villagers dance in rain. Their shadows remain dry under downpour each lightning strike reveals. Shadows feasting on invisible carcasses. Children's shadows play jump rope with elongated intestines. Joe, splintering floorboards to make weapons. Not puppets anymore. Symbiotes. The shadows are teaching them how to hunt. Raindrops freeze midair around one villager's silhouette. Joe's hidden satchel rattles with his collected bones. They hum when arranged. Amara, horrified. These are your bones, the ones you've lost over the years? Joe snaps his ulna into a circular pattern. It begins spinning midair. Joe, chanting through bloody teeth. What was severed remembers its whole. Show us the first betrayal. Bones form a floating mandala projecting holographic memories. Ancient priests sowing shadows into criminals. As punishment, the first Adze was actually a wrongly accused healer. Her execution birthed the mercury plagueeth a phantom twin from Amara's ribs. Lies. We were always here, waiting in the dark between stars. The attic door creaks open. Kwasi stands there. His shadow holds scalpels made of light. Possessed Kwasi, smiling. Time for your procedure, Amara. We'll transfer your passenger. His shadow's needles make Amara's shadow scream where it's pinned to the wall. Amara collapsing as her phantom twin thrashes. It's learning from my memories. Stop letting it see through my... Joe smashes the bone mandala. The shattered fragments impale Kwasi's shadow. Joe, dragging Amara, run to the birthing hut. Only place they won't follow. The hut's walls are lined with preserved placentas. They pulse in unison, Daidara. Amara sing patterns. These markings, every firstborn here was twinned, then sacrificed at. Her abdomen distends. The phantom twin's hand presses against her skin. Joe, preparing bone needles. We reverse the ritual. Bind your twin to this instead. He produces a stillborn fetus preserved in mercury, its eyes open. The phantom twin, terrified for first time. No, that vessel is cursed. Amara's mouth unhinges as shadowy umbilical cord vomits forth. The stillborn screams as phantom twin is forced into it. Amara, gasping as her shadow reattaches, but wrong. It's cold. Why can I still feel it moving inside the reanimated stillborn crawls up her leg, whispering in reverse. Joe, brandishing his own femur as dagger. The binding holds, for now. But we need the original Sin Eater's bones. Outside, 76 villagers begin knocking in perfect rhythm. The medicine woman's hut, her shadow rocking the stillborn like a baby. Medicine shadow singing, hush little weapon, don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a mercury world. The stillborn shadow is noticeably larger than its body. The stillborn twitches in its sling, leaking mercury onto Amara's back as they flee Mara. Through gritted teeth, it's dreaming, showing me places. Oh gods, it remembers being alive. Mercury droplets leap from the ground, forming a three-dimensional map of the region. Joe, tracing glowing lines. Not a map, a feeding chart. These intersections mark where they buried the sin-eaters. The mercury map reveals 76 burial mounds in perfect spirally mound pulses. Like a heartbeat, the stillborn shadow points insistently at the centermost grave. Stillborn, mouthless whisper. Papa waits, digging through clay that bleeds when shovel hits Amara, retching. This isn't dirt. It's petrified ritual waste. Bones, hair, still warm organs. The coffin splinters open. Inside, a skeleton with mercury-filled veins. Joe, reverent horror. The first sin-eater? They kept him alive down here? Processing their curses? The skeleton's ribcage forms a prison. Tiny bones of sacrificed children inside its jaw is stitched shut with gold wire. When Amara touches it, her phantom twin screams in unison with the stillborn. The sin-eater's skull, suddenly turning to face them. You brought my baby? The stillborn launches from Amara's grip, attaching to skeleton via mercury umbilical cord. Amara, watching in horror. Not its father, its first vessel. The skeleton reanimates as mercury flows into its marrow. Stillborn sinks into its ribcage, becoming a second heart. Joe's collected bones vibrate violently, recognizing their progenitor. Reanimated sin-eater, voice like grinding tombstones. They called me witch, but I saved them, drank their poisons, and this was my reward. It rips gold stitching from jaw, reveals dozens of tiny teeth grafted inside the sin-eater's shadow. Detaches, shows the original betrayal holographic memory. Ancient villagers force-feeding the sin-eater. Shadow-contaminated man. This slow transformation as mercury replaces his blood the moment he bit the chief's daughter. Patient zero of the Adze. Joe, realizing, not a curse, a rebellion. The shadows chose him as their weapon. The sin-eater, licking mercury tears. Now, you will eat my sins. It vomits a torrent of liquid shadows directly into Amara's open mouth. Amara's bones sing as mercury infuses them. Her shadow doubles in size. Amara, through changing vocal cords. I see everything. The 76 generations, the hunger between stars. Her left eye pupil splits vertically, exactly like the sin-eater's skull sockets. The phantom twin in her ribs bursts into mercury. Vapor villagers in the distance suddenly stop moving, sensing the shift. Joe, kneeling involuntarily. What have you become? Amara, sin-eater, smiling with too many teeth. The last course. The village's well water turns to mercury. Children drink it greedily. Shadow teacher, chanting, 1 sip for flesh, 2 for bone, 3 to never die alone. 76 children vomiting silver in unison. Thank you for watching my channel. For more of Amara's story, please like and subscribe. This original story will continue with the next episode, but I need your support.